Hello and welcome. In this lesson, we look at osmosis. Osmosis is a process by which solvent molecules move from a region of their higher concentration to a region of a lower concentration across a semi-permeable membrane. Now, usually, osmosis is associated with the movement of water molecules, in that it refers to the movement of water molecules from a region of their higher concentration. Like in this example, solution A has a higher concentration of water molecules compared to solution B. And in this case, therefore, water molecules will move from solution A, where they are highly concentrated, across to solution B, where they have a lower concentration, across this semi-permeable membrane. Now, this semi-permeable membrane can allow water molecules to pass across, but not the other molecules. In this particular case, the sucrose molecules are too big to pass across. Because of this semi-permeability of the membrane, only water molecules will diffuse across. Osmosis is therefore a special type of diffusion because it's only the water molecules that are diffusing across and not any other molecule. So, sugar molecules, in this particular case, the sucrose, are too large and they're restricted by the semi-permeable membrane and hence cannot move across. So in a nutshell, osmosis refers to the movement of water molecules from a region of their higher concentration, is solution A, to a region of their lower concentration, that is solution B, across a semi-permeable membrane. Now we can demonstrate osmosis experimentally using a Viscount tubing. Now, a Viscount tubing, also known as a dialysis tubing, is a synthetic semi-permeable membrane that is used in separating small molecules from large ones in a solution. Now, in this experimental setup, a Viscount tubing is half filled with sucrose solution. The Viscount tubing is supported through a string on a glass rod that is then immersed in a beaker that contains distilled water. Now, after some time, say about 30 minutes, it is observed that the Viscount tubing enlarges in size. Now, how do you explain that? The distilled water has a high concentration of water molecules compared to the sucrose solution. So the water molecules move by osmosis into the sucrose solution across the semi-permeable Viscount tubing membrane. So as the water molecules get into the Viscount tubing, they cause the enlargement, because remember, water molecules are particulate matter that occupy space and have volume. So as more and more water molecules get in, the Viscount tubing enlarges. This enlargement is as a result of the influx of water molecules that move by osmosis from the distilled water into the sucrose solution. In this second experiment, Viscount tubing that is filled with distilled water is placed in a beaker that contains sucrose solution. After about 30 minutes, it is observed that the Viscount tubing reduces in size. It becomes smaller. Why? What is happening is that the distilled water in the Viscount tubing has a high concentration of water molecules, which then move out by osmosis into the sucrose solution with a lower concentration of water molecules. As a result, the viscous tubing reduces in size because it loses water, and as the water flows out, it becomes smaller and smaller, and in fact it is said to be flaccid because of that loss of rigidity as a result of the outward movement of water molecules.